Hey, Eric. Welcome to Dude Food. We are recording an episode of Eating Some Food with the Dudes.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah. My name is John. I'm here with...
The host,
Josh and Joe.
I'm Joe.
We got another dude here that's not a host, but he's a dude.
He's another dude.
Jared. Hey, that's a lot of J's.
It's J Squad time, baby.
And today we dove into some KFC. We tried some of their limited edition items, limited time items.
Yeah, we got that. We got that Mike's Hot Honey Chicken, and we did the Korean barbecue loaded fries. And we would have done the mac and cheese bowl, but unfortunately they did not have it listed, so we couldn't get it.
How many fucking times has that happened in this podcast?
This show has that happen so often.
Yeah. Every episode, there's something we say we're going to get, and it's just not there anymore.
It's unfortunate, but it is enjoyable. Quit tapping the fucking mic.
There's something on the mic.
Okay, yeah, so, hey, welcome to Dude Food. Let's get into this shit. So,
Get it.
the restaurant, KFC. Past experiences with KFC. What do you guys think?
This is John speaking. I've been I'll go to KFC every once in a while. Not crazy about it. It kind of has a greasier food reputation. And if I go there, it's because what I eat will immediately put me to sleep because it's all very heavy and kind of not usually what I go for in a fast food place.
Yeah, I think whenever it comes to me, my family would get it quite often when I was younger. So we would get like the whole family meal, get the big ass bucket of chicken, all the sides and everything. And I didn't like it that much as a kid, but I think over time, having other chicken places and taste buds changing, I think I grown more towards liking KFC's seasoning and chicken. So I think I prefer it, honestly. Mm-hmm. Whenever it comes to like the buckets, family meals, all that.
Mm-hmm.
Are they the place that they have like a certain amount of seasonings, right? Is it like a certain, like 42? Is that what it is?
They're
some kind of weird number.
They're a blend of
herbs and spices.
Yeah, that's it.
They're herbs and spices.
Herbs and spices.
I can't remember the number, but I think they do list a number.
I think it's like 40 something.
42. I thought it was like
70?
7.
I thought it was 42.
Fortnite.
Are there even
Are you thinking about
spices?
Dr. Pepper, but flipping the 24?
I'm too old.
Take your hat off.
No.
They can't even see it. You're fine. You're safe here.
No,
this is a safe space.
Not safe.
What about you, Jerry? What do you think about KFC?
In the last 10 years, this is probably the second time I've been to KFC. So
Eddie.
it's below average fast food restaurant.
11 herbs and spices.
11.
That sounds more right.
You know, that's basically the average of what you guys said. 42 and 7.
That's around that.
I dropped my Tums.
It's probably the same for me, Jared. Dude, I haven't been to KFC in so long. It's probably the first time in probably 15 years. Or 10 years at least. I do not go here.
I don't think I've ever gone out of my way to get it myself.
Yeah,
I think this is like the first time for me.
Yeah.
Like actually going to get KFC because it was a choice.
Yeah. Usually it's a family thing, like what you did with your family back in the day, but we stopped doing that because we found different chicken options that I usually like better.
See, my family kind of went into doing Bojangles instead. And I like Bojangles, but I don't like their like family meals that much because the chicken they give in like their bucket, it's not that good. Really.
I prefer the seasoning that's on the KFC chicken.
Yeah,
most of the
I
time
agree.
For those big buckets.
So the items we got their original chicken with the hot honey. We got their tenders with the hot honey. I didn't really know this until we went to order, but they had the sandwiches as well, which is a surprise for me, but a pleasant surprise because I'm fond of the chicken sandwich. I like chicken sandwiches. But our experience going to get the food, we ordered before we went. We actually brought it back to eat, but our experience going to get the food, I'll just go ahead and describe as we went in there and sat there for like 30 minutes.
We were waiting a while.
It was at least 25, 30 minutes. It was a long time. And we had 15-minute drive, so it was like that plus what we waited on.
Yeah, so we ordered the food. It had an estimate for like $151, I think.
Yeah.
We ordered... Okay, it was like a 15-minute drive. We left pretty much right after I placed the order.
Yeah, like 135, 140, I think.
Because I finished placing the order in the car. So we drive there about 15 minutes, you guys said. We get there, and they're like, hey, are you eating inside? Is it pick up to go? And we're like, oh, yeah, we already got a pickup order. It's for Joe.
Mama.
It's going to be a minute. Joe Mama?
Joe Mama, dude.
Said it was going to be a minute, and we're like, okay, that's fine. And then we just walked around, took some pictures. Flirted with the colonel. The colonel.
Cornel.
The colonel.
Yeah, I'm gonna flirt with the colonel's cornhole.
Like flirting with the cornel.
The colonel's cornhole.
I love doing that. That's my favorite thing to do.
Cornel.
And then we got to the point where we just sat at one of the big tables, and they got confused thinking we were going to eat inside.
Yeah, but no.
But no, we were just waiting because this is a long wait.
Yeah. She gave us a little excuse at the end once we picked up the food, but I forgot what it was.
It was that the drive-through got busy.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah, the
I saw
drive-through
two
got
cars go through, probably. No, like maybe 4, but no, it wasn't that busy.
I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, I suppose.
It's an awkward time to go. At like 2 o'clock is kind of an awkward time.
Yeah,
It's well past the rush. The lush.
But I will say, I looked at some reviews for like KFCs that are around like our area, and most of them all have complaints about.
Time.
Oh, I got there and they said 45-minute wait for chicken. It's like, oh, you gotta specialize in chicken. Get my chicken.
Why are you doing such an aggressive character voice? For these
Because if I
particular
hear-
KFC customers.
Whoa!
Hey, yo, bro.
No! Whenever I do voices, it's just fucking. I make a character no matter what. It's like, I want my fucking chicken. That's what it
I was
is.
thinking of Louisiana, but that's Popeye.
Oh, that chicken from Popeye.
Exactly.
But yeah, that was our experience getting the food. Ride back, we didn't really have anything crazy happen other than jerking the ween.
Oh yeah, half the ride back we were just watching that old dude from YouTube talk about how Sasquatch ripped his clothes off and started jerking on his ween. You know,
Started not giving him a knobber.
giving him a knobber.
Yeah.
He couldn't do anything about it. He was forced to get a knobber by Sasquatch. And that was like 7 years ago.
He was like, and then you know.
Who hasn't, had
Then
to
I
deal with
busted.
something like
I put a load in a Sasquatch. And then she didn't even give me 5 minutes and started jerking the ween again. This is a food podcast.
Yeah. We just did that because John had never seen that before, and I was surprised.
Yeah, apparently none of you guys had seen the. That's from holding that knob. I love that video.
We just looked at memes, like old ass memes.
Yeah, this
from
is
back in
similar
the
to the Popeyes episode where we were talking about Lightning McQueen getting shit on.
Yeah, dude, that was pretty good. But I guess we should probably get back to the food. But
Yeah,
we
we
can
should
leave
talk
this
about-
for the end because that's normally what happens anyway.
Yeah, that's what happens. Usually, that's what happens. So, food and drink descriptions. I did not list the sandwich because I didn't know about the sandwich beforehand. But who wants to start us off with the Mike's Hot Honey? This comes from KFC's newsroom site. Who wants to start off with the 3-piece original recipe tenders?
I was going to say, do we want to share our original scores that we gave prior to?
Oh yeah, because
That
we did.
might not be a bad idea. Like,
we did.
as far as
talk
our
about.
expectations.
We actually recorded a 2 dudes in a pod with 4 dudes, and we talked about how we're going to be getting KFC, and we kind of took our guesses at what the score was going to be.
Yeah.
I had high expectations. I thought it was going to be like a 62.
Yeah, I was kind of in the mid side. I went 45, I believe, right?
Something around that.
Yeah, I said 42 was my guess.
Mine was 35, I think.
I think it was in the 30s, regardless. I believe. But
So
yeah.
that was our original guesses for what our scores are going to be. What will they be? Find out later.
Yeah. And I always,
We're not there yet.
I always say I hate restaurants, and then I end up loving them. So this is one restaurant that I said I hated before going to it.
So what's gonna happen?
Let's figure out what the fuck I say about it. But let's get to the
John, do you want to start with the 3-piece original recipe tenders?
The tenders, and I this is kind of my my comment regarding most of the Mike's Hot Honey Chicken and menu items is that they tasted like they put a little bit of honey on the tenders that they normally make.
Yeah.
And that's not a bad thing because they had a good flavor. They were, I mean, it's decent chicken. It's KFC. We didn't get like a bad batch that was like real rubbery or anything like that. So yeah, it was a good chicken tender. It had a little bit of a little spicy honey glaze on it.
But what does KFC have to say about
What they described the 3-piece original recipe tenders to be is perfectly juicy and crispy original recipe tenders elevated with a spicy drizzle.
I know. Spicy.
Jesus.
That's not a typo on my part.
Spicy drizzle of Mike's Hot Honey, plus choice of individual side and buttery biscuit.
Yeah. So, yeah, the reason I listed that from KFC's newsroom site in parentheses above it is because of that typo. That's not me.
Is that like a real thing, or are they just fucking up
I
themselves?
do not know.
Good crap.
I've
Googling
never
it real
heard.
quick.
Yeah, you got
Jamie looked that up.
Now, Jared,
was like,
while
what the
we're
fuck do they mean,
looking this up,
spicy?
you go ahead and talk about the 2-piece
Oh,
fried chicken.
spicy. A portmanteau of sweet and spicy that describes a combination of sweet and
Damn.
spicy flavors.
Okay, fair
They're
enough.
smarter than us. That's not surprising.
You learn shit every day, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, this is all from liberal news sites, though. CNN is the site that first comes up talking about spicy.
What?
Followed by today.com.
Nice.
And then Martha Stewart.
They don't know about these spicy.
They've invented a new word.
They're making new words. The liberals.
What is spicy?
Yeah,
I don't know what spicy is.
My Biden-loving friend, can you read the description of the 2-piece fried chicken?
2-piece fried chicken. Dig into 2 pieces of our world-famous juicy fried chicken coated in your choice of original recipe or extra crispy goodness, and drizzled with fan favorite Mike's Hot Honey, plus choice of individual side and buttery biscuit. Those biscuits were buttery.
They
were. I
good.
love it.
I love a good
Like,
biscuit.
again, the biscuit's not a part of the review. I'll go ahead and talk about it. I did not remember how much I loved their biscuits.
Yeah,
with
those
no
are
bed.
great, dude.
It's no Bojangles, but it's pretty good.
When I go into Bojangles, I don't eat the biscuit. I made the fucking shirt idea, the bonafide butter biscuit bitch sandwich. I can't even say biscuit now. When I go to Bojangles to get the food, I usually don't eat the biscuit because it's so fucking salty and my mouth's gonna be fucking dry.
You said you
after.
like salt.
I like salty shit, but that is like God. Like putting his salt in my mouth.
It's just
That's
dry.
what-
It is
It's
dry.
super
It's
dry and
It's dry.
salty.
No.
It's a good taste, but
Y'all not
I
getting
like a
good.
No, I'm not
buttery
saying it's a
biscuit
bad thing.
more.
It's
I
just-
do. I eat them sometimes, but I like
Fight.
KFC's buttery biscuits are better.
I will say,
You're my
if I had to choose between them, I would go KFC for sure.
I mean, I'll definitely eat the
busted.
Bojangles.
Bojangles busted.
I mean, I'll eat them
Every once in a while.
Perfect.
Biscuitville's better than Bojangles.
What is?
Biscuitville's better than Bojangles.
Uh,
Biscuitville's the best biscuit place. If you're getting
I
biscuit,
got-
No.
I mean, they do.
I'm gonna say
They do
I'm gonna say a
specialize.
word.
So here's my thing. Growing up, and every time my family would go out to eat breakfast, they would go with what my little brother wanted, and it's always Biscuitville. So I grew to hate it.
No, your
So-
your brother's right.
Don't get me wrong.
When you get it almost every other day for
Biscuitville
breakfast,
is
I
really
can't
good,
anymore.
but not
Yeah.
the best.
But I will say,
They're good.
just like similar to how I like honey on chicken in general, and this is honey on chicken, Biscuitville's hot honey biscuit,
Really,
I
really
don't think
good.
I've had that.
hot honey chicken biscuit.
I've never had that.
It's so good.
It's really, really good.
It's
And they've
really
got they've
good.
got a pimento cheese that they do with their chicken. You don't like pimento cheese?
No, pimento cheese sucks.
We did-
I just don't
Wrong.
like it.
You're
we
wrong,
did a
dude.
Chick-fil-A episode
Yeah.
where we had the honey pepper pimento chicken sandwich. And I thought it was going to be
surprised you
gross.
said that
He
right.
knew it was going to be gross.
Yeah.
And we get into it, and I kind of liked it. And he's like, they ruined my sandwich.
Like, you ruined the best sandwich. The best chicken
Pimento
sandwich.
cheese
in the
is
world.
really good.
But surprisingly, that still got a high score.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it was the fucking, like, what was it? The second thing?
I think it's, yeah.
It was, I forgot what it was. It was like pudding thing. I forgot.
Banana pudding
Banana-
milkshake.
Yeah.
The banana pudding milkshake and the coffee. That's what they had.
Both of those were good, and then, I was just really sad about the fucking...
I guess I'll get into the Korean barbecue loaded fries bowl. Don't burp halfway through this, please.
and don't mess up like I do.
Okay, I will not. Available exclusively on the KFC. Stop looking at me like KFC app or KFC.com. The Korean barbecue loaded fries bowl features the chain's signature secret recipe fries, crunchy coleslaw, pickles, and chicken nuggets tossed in flavorful Korean barbecue sauce.
That's right. True.
So they were like nuggets. They were nuggets.
Yeah, okay.
The Korean
That was one of
barbecue
these, like,
sauce was very flavorful.
I will agree.
The sauce was good. It was the best part of that.
What surprised me is I'll go ahead and say this. Mike's hot honey chicken had a little bit of a kick, not too bad. The Korean barbecue, that was hot. That was hot. And I guess, Josh, if you want to finish off these descriptions with the Korean barbecue mac and cheese bowl.
Yeah.
Which we did not eat.
Does not exist at the one we went to. So the Korean barbecue mac and cheese bowl, it says also available exclusively on the KFC app or KFC.com. Who the fuck uses that?
I did.
Well, fuck you.
I did not download the app to order one time.
Yeah, true. I guess you're right. The Korean barbecue mac and cheese bowl consists of creamy mac and cheese topped with chicken nuggets and shredded 3-cheese blend with a shredded 3-cheese blend, all smothered in spicy, smoky Korean barbecue sauce.
Sounds bussin'.
I mean, the barbecue
Didn't
sauce
get it.
really actually wasn't that spicy to me, man.
I'm glad for
Yeah.
you.
I thought that was a good taste.
At the end of this, we filmed our live taste test. We were already done recording. I was finishing off one of the bowls that weren't finished, and I was getting sauce.
Yeah, you were just scooping.
I was like, oh, it's hot. So I did have some water.
spicy.
You had some cold water. I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't have milk, so
I didn't.
that
care.
helps better.
It's fine.
But,
It helps better, yeah.
He does.
But I'm fine. I'm alive. I'm still kicking my
So
little
far.
tootsies.
So far, that's true. That's true.
Hey, I'm glad your arm isn't elevated with the way you were holding your hand out. You were straight forward.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
Hey, this
Calm
is my
down
video
there, buddy.
podcast, so
Yeah, they don't know what
They
happened.
don't know what happened.
Is
They
that
can
Elon? Is that Kanye?
Kanye, what are you doing here? He said some crazy stuff.
Hey,
We'll
fun
go
fact, guys.
Fun fact! Fun fact!
Guess
Round of applause for
what?
the fun fact!
Guess what,
Round of
guys?
applause.
It's a lawsuit.
Yeah, we love lawsuits.
Who wants to be the one to read out this lawsuit for us?
I can read it.
You want to read out the lawsuit for
Damn,
us?
that's a
We
big ass
don't have to go. We don't have to go like read the whole thing. We can make our comments and everything. We do that anyways. So
That'll work out.
why don't you tell us about this lawsuit, John?
On November 8th, 2024, KFC sued Church's Texas Chicken in the U.S. District Court for the Eastern District of Texas over the use of the phrase original recipe in Church's advertising. The lawsuit alleges that Church's began using original recipe in September of 2024 to advertise its chicken legs and thighs with the tagline, "Our original recipe is back."
Do they have a fucking patent
that's
on
a
original recipe?
Let
That's
me
stupid.
go ahead and say, I do not think they have a patent on the words original recipe.
Just the
but
phrase, you know.
they sued Church's Chicken, not over like trying to be deceitful or anything, but for using the words original recipe.
According to the site that you've shown us,
Oh.
and the citing of like the description, each time original recipe shows up, it does have that little.
Ah, it does?
It
Oh,
does
so-
have
look at that.
So
You know
they
what?
apparently have filed some sort of patent or trademark regarding
But-
the use of that specific phrase.
But whenever it comes to using original recipe, it's like whenever people try to trademark Taco Tuesday. It's just a fun thing that people do. It's a little thing.
I think what makes it a legal issue as far as KFC is concerned is because this is a chicken restaurant, Church's Chicken.
Yeah.
but
it's-
anyone can have an original recipe for their chicken.
Right, but it's hard to if you're making it a part of your advertising. That's kind of where that's a big thing for KFC is like
that's like
original
your phrase.
recipe or extra crispy. That's whenever you hear that phrase, that's KFC. And so now if you've got another original recipe in the public consciousness, I could see them making an argument legally that what they were doing was
But
a cease
whenever
and
they,
desist. I think would be sufficient.
but whenever Church's Chicken is saying our original recipe,
right,
it's our
They're talking
original
about
recipe.
their original recipe
This
and not,
is-
KFC's original recipe.
This is Church's Texas Chicken. Is that different than Church's Chicken?
I do not know
think so.
I don't know if there's a difference.
I mean, if
I did not look into it
Church's
too much to
Texas
find out which
Chicken
church
is like some
small hole in the wall.
right in
Yeah.
Texas. I mean,
always gotta
What are we
kick
doing?
kick the babies when they're down.
yeah,
Yeah, you gotta
like, what are we
Pompeii
doing?
that bitch.
Fucking Colonel
Ash
Sanders.
baby, dude. That's what he's doing. Yeah.
Colonel Sanders over here kicking babies, dude.
Yeah. What would Colonel Sanders do if he was
Get
alive
him out
still?
of here.
You would probably say the N word.
Most likely, yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah.
All right. John,
KFC is
continue.
now my favorite restaurant. KFC claims the use of the phrase is likely to confuse customers and diminish the distinct value of KFC's brand. After raising concerns in a letter to Church's in October, which went unanswered because no shit, it was absurd.
Yeah.
That's Joe's.
Hi. That was me.
KFC sought monetary damages and a court order to block Church's from using the phrase original recipe. In response to this lawsuit, us here at Dude Food would like to change things up a little bit. So say hello to Original Recipe, the Dude Food podcast. A show with an original recipe for entertainment and comedy.
I think it's a good idea. This is a good business decision, guys.
Yeah, I'm sure.
We should change our colors to KFC colors.
Oh, you know what? That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Take our logo, change the buttons to red.
Jeremy's red and white.
Yeah, exactly. I'm white.
You're white, you're wearing white, you got a red thing on your head. Your
Call me
hair.
a candy cane.
Yeah, bro, you got it.
I'm just like the Colonel, except not racist.
Yeah.
As
Confused about this.
As for an update to this case, on December 17th, 2024, KFC announced that it had amicably resolved the dispute with Church's. KFC asked the court to dismiss the case without prejudice, meaning the lawsuit could potentially be refiled in the future. So
Okay.
they settled. Churches got some amount of money too.
Yeah,
So do they stop them? Is that what it is?
Yeah. It's basically just been like, hey, we're throwing this out. We're done with it.
No.
And they removed the original recipe tagline, I would presume.
I
That
assume
would
so.
make
I assume
sense,
so.
yeah.
All
They would
right.
get some money back.
So, you want to continue on for us?
Oh, yes. Hopefully, KFC has learned their lesson, but probably not. Big companies view the world a little differently. Hands in the middle. Eat the rich together on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Eat the rich! Did you guys enjoy that little group activity? You guys
That was
like-
nice. That was nice. Really good team building.
KFC just got
yeah.
big
Here's a
old
little
fucking
bonus
hat on,
thing.
bro.
Here's a bonus thing. It's a review I found.
A
A bonus thing for us. There's a review I found for KFC. It's a 5-star review that says, I don't like the food at KFC, but I like Taco Mama. I do not know what this means.
Who the fuck is Taco Mama? They're talking about Taco Bell, but they don't know the actual. This is like a
Taco
grandma. Oh, this is a
Mama.
man.
No,
I don't know if he's like, I like Taco Mama. I don't know that, or if there's another place called Taco Mama that's kind of close by.
Maybe.
I want to meet Taco Mama.
But this is a 5-star review from 2020 that says, I don't like the food at KFC.
Big fan.
I don't know what that means or why it's there, but that's a review I found. I thought I would include that.
Is this a 4-year-old? Perhaps.
I do not know, but he has 7 friends.
She does have 7 friends. That's a lot of friends.
I'm going to look this guy up. He's got the same name as me, so that's cool.
Okay, do we want to get into some press material? What does KFC have to say about this?
We can get into it. The Mike's Hot Honey Chicken from KFC. It says, combining KFC's flavorful fried chicken with the bold, sweet heat of Mike's Hot Honey just makes sense. Crispy, juicy, salty, spicy, sweet. It's food alchemy that's meant to be, said Catherine Tan Gillespie. I guess that's how you say it. Is it Gillespie?
Gillespie.
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 Gillespie. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Gillespie.
Chief Marketing Officer and Development Officer, KFC US. Wow, that's a lot of letters at the end.
That, yeah.
These new meal deals are so irresistible. Damn. These new meal deals are so irresistibly finger-licking good, you'll wonder how you ever lived without them. I had a stroke.
You know,
That's
what do we think about that press release? What do you think about that quote? I think it was pretty good.
the finger-licking good that they use every fucking time?
This one doesn't sound AI generated like a lot of the ones that I've read.
This is you can't get more average than this.
Oh yeah,
That was pretty average. It's just like a normal thing.
you want to hear average? This is me going before I even read this. Honestly, you want to hear average? Let's read this next one from Mike's. Partnering with a beloved brand like KFC is a dream come true for us, said Mike Kurtz, founder of Mike's Hot Honey. Like so many Americans, I grew up on their iconic fried chicken buckets, and it was one of my very first drizzles when I first created Mike's Hot Honey, he said. The sweet heat pairs perfectly with their original recipe chicken, and I am so happy everyone will have an opportunity to enjoy this delicious combination.
Our hosts are batting 1,000 a day, fellas.
I mixed the last 2 words. I'm sorry.
I am contagious.
That is true.
Mike hurts. We all do.
Yeah.
Right in the heart, dude. Right in the heart.
I tried to pause so it didn't sound like Mike hurts. He said.
Yeah. Mike hurts.
Jerry.
Jared.
All right, the press release for the Korean barbecue loaded fries and mac and cheese balls. KFC was the first brand to bring the bold and spicy flavors of Nashville hot nationwide, and we've amassed a fandom. So have our famous bowls and mac and cheese balls, said Catherine Tan Gillespie.
Yeah.
Our KFC balls are hearty and packed with flavor for just $5 each. That's a winning deal. This is a press quote about the bowls in general. That is all. All right.
Yeah, there was nothing specifically about the Korean barbecue. So
$5 for that?
Honestly-
That's small. Is it not?
there's a reason we got 2. But
$5 for that's fairly reasonable nowadays.
the reason we got 2 is because we're splitting it between 4 people.
True.
I think if you're just getting
John is a hippopotamic fat ass.
hey, you little fat.
Hell yeah.
So we had to split up that food a little bit.
So yeah, I mean the press releases were Yeah. Kind of average. They are what they are.
The press release.
It is what it is.
You know what it is.
Review time?
Review
Guess it's time for review time.
We'll let our guests go first.
Oh yeah. So John, you haven't heard an episode yet, so I'll give you a little rundown.
Okay.
We talk about and we take everything into account: our experience, the food itself, everything. So what you want to do is just describe how you felt about the food, the experience, what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it, and then at the end of you describing everything, give it a score from 1 to 100.
1 to 100.
We should, when we give our scores, we should say what our previous one was and then what our new
Yeah,
one.
considering we did that earlier, we should probably do that.
Yeah.
Just bring it back in again.
So I thought that the initial experience of going to get the food, we waited a little while, and that's going to cost them some points. Obviously, naturally.
That's a good point.
But I didn't have any problem with the ambiance. The restaurant was a little bit cleaner than I usually expect KFC to be whenever I go in there. I thought it was in pretty decent shape. A little understaffed probably, but it's also kind of a weird time. Like we said, it was 2 o'clock, so.
It did look clean, I'll say.
Yeah, it was very, very clean. The food itself, I'll go through each of the items, I guess, separately.
Yeah.
The Mike's Hot honey tenders and the regular chicken and even the sandwich, I kind of got into this earlier. It's the normal recipe with a little bit of a sweet, spicy drizzle on it.
Yeah.
Not a bad. It was not a negative change from the original recipes. So I really enjoyed the sandwich. Probably my favorite part of those specific items. Although I thought the chicken. I mean, obviously, I think the chicken's pretty good. So yeah, it was okay. It was a little bit better than I expected, probably.
Okay. Yeah.
And then the Korean barbecue fries bowl. I was on the fence about it initially, like as an idea. I thought that would probably be the worst item. And honestly, of the 4 different items, I guess that we got, that probably is my least favorite. It was good enough. I would not order it if I was going back. I would have ordered any of the other things before I ordered. If I were to go back, I would order the chicken sandwich first, probably, then the tenders, then the actual chicken box.
Yeah.
With the thigh or the drum rather,
Which was messy.
yeah. And then last would be the Korean barbecue bowl. So overall, my initial.
Wait. What did you think about the mac and cheese bowl?
Oh yeah, big fan of the mac and cheese. We did not eat the mac and cheese bowl, although we did throw some mac and cheese from a side dish into it, and that wasn't really that was not a groundbreaking.
It did not blend.
It wasn't life-changing. I didn't even try.
So yeah, my initial appraisal for the restaurant, my expectation was 42, I think is what I said.
Yeah.
I believe so.
And I will say, factoring in, I was a little bit impressed with certain meal items, but overall, like the waiting and everything, that kind of loses them some points. I give them an even 50.
An even
out of
50?
100.
Okay.
So a little bit better than I expected, but
Okay.
not itching to go back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. Jared, you wanna give us your review?
Sure. The chicken tenders, very honey-like, very good. Not very hot. That takes some points off. I'm a fan of hot chicken.
Yeah.
And these fast food places keep calling their chicken hot. It's not.
Yeah,
I like hot
that
food
is-
too.
Oh my god.
Joe does like, how he's fucking lying. He
I like a challenge, guys. I'm sorry.
cries in one tear.
The thighs and leg were good. Very messy. The grease was dripping off of it
Yes,
as I
yes.
was eating it, which is a couple points off. But I mean, it's a KFC.
That's
so-
kind of what you expect.
Yeah,
right, right. The chicken sandwich was incredible. I have to be honest. Very good. Yeah, I mean, it all kind of tastes the same. With the hot stuff, Mike's honey hot stuff all tastes the same.
Yeah.
But good in sandwich form, very good. And then what was that? The Korean bowl.
Yeah, the loaded
barbecue.
fries bowl.
That was fine. I mean, it was good, but no, I wouldn't order it again.
There was a lot of coleslaw, I thought.
Yeah.
A lot of coleslaw. And I like coleslaw well enough, but it's also... There were like 4 pieces of chicken or 5 pieces of chicken in the bowl.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
right,
not
there
a
should have
lot.
been more. Right?
Yeah, it was a little bit light on the chicken.
I think if your main item is the chicken, you should probably have more chicken.
You got Korean barbecue chicken flavor, and like you have 4 little pieces of chicken in there. Not
Oh,
good.
and they only gave you 3 tenders.
Oh yeah, I will say. I will say.
49.
We
Yeah.
fuck, I gotta change it. All right, 49. I'm sorry. Yeah, I will say I ordered the 4-piece and got a 3-piece.
Yeah.
So
Was that it?
Classic.
I think that's it.
Yeah. What did you think about the mac and cheese bowl?
Nah, not good. Not worth.
Yeah. You're right. So what would you?
My expectation was 35.
It was either 32. I think it was 35.
It was 35.
I believe it.
I'm going to give it, because that sandwich was surprisingly good, I'm going to give it an 80.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
That was good. I mean,
You know what?
This guy crumbed it, man.
I know what you're
Very
thinking.
good.
This guy was.
This guy was crumbing.
I mean,
What did I do that to? Subway?
The opposite way.
you were
Yeah.
Opposite way.
You were sucking off Subway and they gave him a 30 something.
it was good. It was good.
80. Okay.
I mean, I
okay.
went in with very low expectations, but I mean, for KFC, that was a good meal.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, we did get a feast. We got the sides and everything, so we ate
We're
good.
already taking that now.
We got stuff to do later, man. So, I need to sleep too.
Should I go and then you? What do you think?
I'll go.
You want to go ahead and go? Okay, yeah, get your thoughts together.
So let's see. We had the good old Mike's Hot, and we had that in 3 different things. We had the chicken sandwich, we had the tenders, and we had the legs and thighs. It was thighs, right? Not breast, I think. Right?
Yeah.
So we had all that. I'll go ahead and just say, well, first off, I'll just talk about the weight. Of course, that obviously takes off a few points for it because you don't want to go to a chicken place that doesn't look busy from the outside and you wait 30
Didn't look
minutes.
busy on the inside either.
Yeah,
I trust you.
busy on the outside, busy
you.
on the inside. We were the only motherfuckers in there. People went in to use the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
But, that was it. We were the only ones in there ordering food, and it took us 30 minutes.
Around
30 minutes, probably.
And that was on top of the 15-minute drive, by the way.
So it should have not taken that long, but, whatever. So that knocks off a few points for me. But starting with the Mike's Hot, whatever the fuck. What do you got? Oh my god, he said something on the phone that's funny. I can't say it because I get canceled. But, yeah, the chicken was pretty good. I like it. You looked at me. What? You're making me.
Your hand was getting close. I was like, ooh.
I'll go ahead and rank those 3. The best one for me was the tenders. I thought that had the perfect blend of the sweet and the hot. Mm-hmm. I could actually taste a good mix between the two.
Mm-hmm.
Then it would be just the normal chicken stuff, the leg, thigh. It was starting to get more just honey, less heat. And then with the chicken sandwich, it was mainly just the honey. Mm-hmm. I didn't taste any heat on that son of a bitch, but
it wasn't really spicy.
Yeah, it wasn't that spicy at all. Which I agree with Jared. You go to a fucking restaurant that says they have hot chicken, and they don't make it hot.
It's not even spicy.
They don't even make it
It's
hot.
Shameful.
Unless it's
That's right.
you know what? Chili's. They got some hot motherfucking chicken.
Chili's?
Nashville.
Yeah, they're
hot.
Nashville hot.
Yeah.
That's actually
yeah,
hot.
they're actually rolls.
I like that.
And they've always been very crispy.
You missed that part.
Yeah, I did miss that part. Anyway, keep going.
Fuck Chili's for right now. We're not talking about that.
We should do Chili's.
We should do that. If they get something new, we're doing that next. Maybe. I look like a monkey. Moving away from the chicken, we'll go to the bowl.
So
starting with the it's still got chicken, but
different
it's
kind.
Different kind of
Sauce.
chicken. It's like a little nugget. It's not like a tender. It's not the good stuff.
Korean and a K-pop chicken.
It's the K-pop.
You know what?
Korean chicken.
K-pop chicken.
It's not my favorite. I didn't
K-pop. You don't like K-pop?
Nah, I don't like that. Korean.
Korean. Are we talking about chicken? Or
The Korean chicken.
I hope we're still talking about chicken.
yeah, not a big fan of Korean chicken.
I don't like Korean chicken or their music. Anyway, I don't like fucking coleslaw that much. It's not my favorite thing. It's kind of a nasty
Also
thing.
had pickles in it.
Had pickles. I fucking hate pickles too. I'm a pickle
toddler.
I'm like a little baby when it comes to food. I think you guys should know that. We're on episode 11 at this point.
He's on a
absolutely.
food review podcast.
Yeah. So I'm for the picky motherfuckers that want to
I don't like the tomatoes.
You don't understand that somehow this is a fucking wild podcast.
Yeah. This is just it's a weird thing we do.
Quit fingering your ice.
Stop finger my eyes and stop playing with it.
Your review is chaotic as shit. It keeps going all over the place.
This train keeps derailing.
It keeps derailing. The Korean bowl, it wasn't that hot to me again, but apparently it was hot to you guys. It was more. It was more kind of.
I didn't think it was very hot.
I don't think it was.
It had just enough spice to make
It
my
got
nose
harder
a little bit.
for me at the end because I was eating the
Like, straight up
leftover stuff and it was
sauce.
just sauce.
It was just sauce.
I'm a little baby.
I will say the good parts about it was the chicken and the sauce. Fuck the other stuff. That'd be my least favorite thing.
The fries that were in the bowl.
Yeah, it's like much. I mean, it's all right. It's just fries.
Yeah.
Just fries. But yeah, the last thing.
The mac and
What
cheese
was it
bowl?
called again? Yeah.
The mac and cheese bowl?
See, I forgot about it because
Because
they didn't fucking have it. So yeah, it was not
mac and cheese bowl.
Yeah, I hate it. It sucks a penis.
It's the worst thing I had
It was the
today.
worst thing I had. Doesn't exist, so that's good. Is that everything?
Yeah.
So yeah, all that mixed together. Best thing, good Mike's hot stuff. I said I gave it a 45 to begin with. That was my guess.
Mm-hmm.
And since I haven't had KFC in a long time, and it was actually kind of decent, I'm going on my good old, saying I hate something, but actually liking it. I'm going to give it a 65.
65?
Yeah,
Okay.
65.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whew. So I think I'll start mine with saying that my guess was like 62.
Yeah.
And that was me saying I had high expectations. Now, whenever it comes to stuff we get on this show, usually like my expectations aren't that high anyways. So me saying 62 is a high expectation was me kind of lowering it some. But let's start off with the weight that we had. I kind of expected it, seeing pretty much every review that I found said 45-minute wait for chicken. It's like, come on. So whenever it came to us getting there and then waiting like 30 minutes, stop fingering your ice. We did have to wait like 30 minutes on top of the 15-minute drive.
Right.
That is a bit of a wait for a place that's completely empty. It doesn't seem like they have.
They gotta have a more efficient way of doing that.
Yeah.
Sure.
No, I did see like we cook all of our orders fresh.
That took a while.
It took
we
a
did have
while.
a big one.
It took a
guess
while.
so.
And I will say whenever we got back, the fries were a little cold. But then again, we drove 15 minutes back, so I won't shit on them for that. So into the food now. First thing we tried was the tenders. I was surprised with how much meat was on the tender because it kind of looked thin whenever you first grabbed it, but it was actually a good.
Their
piece of
breading
meat.
is kind of thin. It's not like going to like Bojangles or something like that. Where
where
the
it's
breading
mostly
can be a
breaded.
little bit thicker.
Yeah. I
Mainly
did
bread.
like the honey that was on it. Again, it's like just their regular tenders plus the honey. But Mike's Hot Honey does blend pretty well with the chicken. So I thoroughly enjoyed the tenders. My expectations were shooting up higher. Then we moved on to we did the chicken sandwich next. And we did the chicken sandwich. Surprised with that. I wouldn't say it's the best because the chicken felt a little soggy at that point, but it didn't ruin the sandwich. I still think it blended well with the honey, even though it didn't feel like there was much on it. But what you could get, I liked it. And it didn't, again, as I said, the soggy chicken didn't ruin the sandwich. It was a good sandwich. I think I would rate it just very slightly below Popeyes because I like the crisp that the Popeyes chicken sandwiches have. And then we tried the actual, like, pieces of chicken they got, and it was a thigh. I was a sticky boy.
A little bit messy.
I took a bite and I was like, oh, I'm nasty, I'm dirty, I'm sticky.
That was the messiest part.
It was messy. Whenever I finished it, I immediately washed my hands because I felt gross. But chicken itself was still pretty good. But I wouldn't say it felt any different than just eating a regular piece of KFC chicken.
Yeah, just a little bit sweeter.
Yeah, just a little bit. Not too noticeable for me. And then we move over to the bowl, the loaded fries bowl. I seen how much stuff was in it, and I was like, oh god, this is like it's coleslaw, it's gonna be all this pickles, the fries, and the chicken. I don't know how Korean barbecue is gonna be with KFC chicken. Excuse me. But whenever I took a bite, I was pleasantly surprised that it actually blended pretty well together. I was surprised by that. So that kind of shot into the positives even more for me. And the mac and cheese bowl, we had to kind of make it ourselves.
Yeah.
We just took some mac and cheese
Jimmy
and
rigged
threw
it
it
a
on
little
there.
bit.
Not good.
Yeah.
Not good, but then again, I can't really judge them too much because I didn't get the fucking item.
It's a weird combination.
So, yeah, it's a weird comment. As
And
I
also,
described
like,
it,
the way they described it on it doesn't have all that other stuff. It's just the mac and cheese, the chicken, and the barbecue sauce is what it's meant to be like.
Yeah, that
on
would be
that.
good.
And that might be a better mix.
But I did just try, whenever I took it, was just a piece of chicken and some mac and cheese.
Oh.
And as I described it, was like if you're in a Thanksgiving dinner and your food's combining by itself and you're eating it anyways, they don't blend, but you're fine with it.
Yeah.
That's what it was like. But again, it's not like it's the actual item. Maybe they do something slightly different, but they don't describe it. Who knows? It's a mystery. You can tell us if you want.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was nothing whenever it came to that because we didn't actually get the item. So altogether, thinking about it, my guess of what I was going to get was 62. I'd say gonna have to bump it up by 10, 72.
Yeah.
72. I was surprised.
All right.
I was kind of going into it with quote unquote high expectations, but that's just being above average. It kind of went above that for me. So 72.
Oh, shit.
So we got an average 66.5.
That's pretty.
That's one of our higher
Too
scores.
high. Too high.
Too high, you think so?
high.
I think I'm good with this score.
I'm fine with that, honestly, just because I haven't had it in a long time. And
Yes, I did. Definitely wasn't bad. Definitely was not bad in the slightest.
good.
I enjoyed pretty much everything we had. I didn't even eat the mashed potatoes. That's not a part of it anyway. So
I ate all of the mashed potatoes.
You're fat.
I drank the gravy like juice.
I did.
Slurped it
If the biscuits were a part of it, let's shoot up by another 10 because that was good.
Yeah, those were good. I forgot how fucking good those were.
Yeah, same here. Same
Those
here.
are
That biscuit was so fucking good.
Yeah.
I did one bite it. I'll say that. I took it whole mouth.
That's about what I did with the drumstick. I was just like,
You are crazy. Yeah. So 66.5.
Yes, that is one of the higher
I think it's good. You think it's
I don't think it sucks. I think it's just it was okay. It was about what I'd expect from KFC. Maybe just a little bit better than what I expected.
so. Yeah, an average of 66.5. Hey, listeners, what do you think? Let us know. Have you tried it? Do you plan to try it? We would love to hear from you guys.
Did we make you want to try it?
Yeah. Did we make you horny for Mike?
Dude,
Not mine.
making you a KFC boner, dude.
Did the KFCB?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Hey, what the fuck?
That's
That's a 10. Taking pictures of me?
a video.
Okay, so that's our review. Hope you liked it. But let's talk business. Let's talk business here.
Let's talk about our business that we like.
Yeah, how's it going, dude? LLC. This is not.
Everybody's
It's not a real
loves it.
thing.
It's the world
Yeah.
famous shit.
Famous. Famous.
God, I'm stupid today. What the fuck?
You guys can't see this because it's an audio podcast. What the fuck? So, by the way, we have a Patreon. We actually are going to have an episode of Two Dudes in a Pod out for Patreon. If you support us, you can listen to that episode.
Good old pilot episode.
I think it was a little fun little
Even though we have
episode.
4 dudes.
Yeah, we have 4 dudes. Starts
And a
out with
cat.
3 dudes.
And a cat.
Pussy.
Yeah. There's one of them on there.
Oh my god.
Not the part.
You were
but
showing
the
your.
I was showing a pussy.
You were popping it
You were
for the
popping
pod.
your-
Was I popping the pussy?
Popping for the pod, dude?
You don't even know what you were doing?
I was just holding the pussy.
Manhandling that pussy.
Yeah, like just like that.
But yeah, if you want to support us on Patreon, you can listen to some exclusive stuff, watch some exclusive stuff. We did the live taste test. You can access our Discord. Yippee. There's really nothing on it right now because we don't have a lot of people. But if you want to join in and talk with us, we're fine with that. Cool shit.
Mention the merch.
Yeah, we got a new merch item. And we got the Bonafide Butter Biscuit Bitch Sandwich merch.
Yeah.
You can get it as a dog bandana.
You can. That's
Yeah, you can have a Biscuit Bitch logo for your dog. I love it. I love it.
You should buy it for your kid.
I was going to
Yeah,
say,
you can do that if you want. You can do that if you want. But I love the merch design. I spent like an hour and a half trying to get it to look like a southern vintage biscuit shop
Pretty much
sign.
like it.
I think it looks really good. So I'm
Right
proud
out
of
of
that
Cracker
design.
Barrel.
Cracker Barrel.
Out of Cracker Barrel. Tell you what.
Biscuit
Right at the
can.
Cracker Barrel.
You know what I mean?
But I really like the design I was able to get out of it. So hopefully you guys enjoy the merch, and I would love to see people wearing it.
Yeah. Make sure you go buy some again.
Yeah, give us your money.
Give me your money so I can stop working. I went to school to work, but I don't care anymore.
But yeah, Patreon. Be sure. Oh, by the way, didn't mention this during the episode. On our socials, you can see pictures of the food and our trip and everything like that.
Yeah.
That's available for everyone, and also it's free on Patreon if you want a one-stop place to check it out. But enough shilling.
favorite part.
Let's finish this up. Do we want to figure out what we're doing next? Do you want to go to like fast food, post, brand eating, whatever? to try to see what we got. Have you guys heard of anything new that's coming out?
I have
food?
not. I have not.
Because
That's
I
like the
haven't-
Angel Reese meal from McDonald's.
Yeah, but that's basic bitch shit. I'm
Yeah.
not doing that.
Angel Reese.
That's just
Oh, yeah.
McRib sauce put onto a
Yeah.
quarter pounder. Whoa!
I said
the WMBA.
I'd probably say it like that because I'm stupid. I just.
By the way, quick
Throw my word.
Patreon shout out because we do have a supporter, and anyone who supports us and who doesn't opt out of the shout out gets one. Shout out to Lexi. Thanks for supporting us on Patreon.
Shout out, Lexi.
Thanks for supporting us on Patreon. If you would like to get a shout out, support us.
Just pay us money.
It's money.
For subscribing, you get access to pictures of me and Josh shirtless.
Whoa.
Oh,
Can I get that?
yeah. Josh has more hair on his chest than his head.
I did.
Subscribe.
This looks disgusting.
You get my
what do we
big
got?
fat body.
A Sonic stirs up new strawberry mangonada slow.
Oh, it's got the tahini.
Yeah, it's got tahini in it.
Tahini.
I got tahini.
I could be down for that.
I miss when
That's
Sonic
one.
had the peanut butter bacon cheeseburger. Didn't get to try it.
Peanut butter bacon?
Apparently,
Sounds fucking
peanut butter
gross,
on
right?
burgers are good. I don't know. I've seen it on like a few things before.
John, you look.
That does not sound bad. What the Sigma?
Let's just say it didn't last long, and haven't heard anything about it since.
Sounds terrible.
There's a Shake Shack test new French onion burger. That could be good.
Is it just
There's a
tested in
few
certain
French
areas?
onion bug.
Along the eastern seaboard, so us. There's a Shake Shack somewhere. Like if you go on 85 down to South Carolina, I think there's like one or two.
There's
down
a
that
Shake
way.
Shack going towards like Cary on 64 as well.
Oh yeah, that could be. Starbucks is discontinuing these 13 drinks. Doesn't list the drinks.
Thank you. Thanks,
other
BuzzFeed.
Birthday cake churro at Taco Bell.
I've had that. It's actually pretty good.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Cracker
I thought
Barrel.
we might do a.
Barrel.
I thought we might do a side dish with that.
Cracker
'Cause
Barrel.
Subway also has that foot long Oreo cookie.
Oh my gosh, that's probably that's probably so busted.
What? Desserts.
The desserts.
Yes.
Yo,
Shipping great.
if we want to talk about desserts at fast food or just food places in general, Cece's has great dessert.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Which one?
Surprisingly.
Any Cece's.
No, I mean, like, what's the dessert?
God, what was it?
I don't remember what it was, but
They
it's
have
actually
like a.
Cookie pizza.
I think
I don't
they
even
do
think we
have.
saw
They used to
that.
have an
They used
Oreo
to.
cookie pizza, but they don't have it anymore.
It was like fucking,
There's one that has like a Bavarian cream on top of it with like a
it was a
icing
drizzle or
on it.
something.
Yummy.
But that's pretty good. Pretty
That
damn
was
good.
crumbed on the pizza.
I got-
I crumbed on it, and it was the best thing.
I would
ever.
let it crumb all over me again because that shit was good.
Oh, that was our one of our worst episodes.
Yeah,
but
we didn't review the
we
desserts.
didn't review the desserts, but if the desserts were a part of it, damn,
Cece's come out with new desserts.
they need to do that, and we'd go, and they'd probably be the best thing ever.
We'll go visit Leonardo
It's
again.
nuts. dude.
Totino's ramen noodles.
What?
Yeah, look at that shit. What?
Totino.
Totino's ramen noodles?
That's fucking weird.
I have an open mind.
Jack in the there ain't no Jack in the Box near us, is there?
No.
Yeah, that's like
Wait.
West Coast stuff.
Well, I mean, I've been to one before, but I can't remember where. There
There
might be
in
like
South
all the way.
Carolina.
I was gonna say there might be one in like Charlotte.
Man,
Yeah.
I remember what it was.
Insomnia cookies. There's a few of them out there.
Yeah, there's an
They have,
Insomnia cookies.
Yo, Popeyes
Oh, yeah,
brings
Greensboro.
back the shrimp tackle
Yeah.
box and flounder fish sandwich.
They got a tackle box into.
We want to go back to Popeyes but not get the chicken?
That sounds like a bad
Get the
idea.
schmackle box.
We should call it the Schmackle Box.
The
It's way
schmackle box. The schmackle box.
Okay, we're talking about
Crumble.
something new, but we keep going to Taco Bell. We can wait a little
Yeah,
bit
no,
on that.
Yeah.
schmackle box is probably on Urban Dictionary. You probably don't want to get a
Have that
schmackle box.
The Subway Oreo
That's
footlong,
still-
they might still have it. If they do, we should definitely stop by Subway and Taco Bell to get that churro and do a side dish.
Yes.
Yeah,
That'd be
just
fun.
both.
Just a little like sweets
Yeah,
episode.
we do a few restaurants. Then it's just like one item from each place. You know?
Yeah. There's
Insomnia
not a
cookies.
lot of new stuff.
Double
right now.
jerking. Yeah,
Oh my god! Oh my god!
we might just have to like.
He's
wait.
jerking his gherkin.
Oh my god, you're jerking the ween.
He's jerking the wing.
Jerking the ween.
He's giving himself a knobber.
He's doing a knobber on Jared.
He's pulling that.
He's cranking it hard. My neighbor's gonna be like, folks.
There's really not a lot of stuff listed right now that's like new,
Yeah.
so it's hard for us to decide right now.
There's really nothing great that I'm seeing.
And Burger King unveils new steakhouse bacon Whopper alongside premium combo meal.
Whopper.
I really like doing combo meals and stuff
Yeah.
like as a Maine.
A Red Robin. Red Robin introduces new buzzer beater bacon cheeseburger. It just looks like a really big burger. That's all.
Butterbean. They got Butterbean doing a burger. Butterbean.
There's really not a lot right now.
Is this the churro you're talking about?
Yeah, that's the churro.
That's nice.
The filling is good.
It looks weird, but I'll definitely give it a shot.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Del Taco, shrimp.
Free Shabaka do.
Classic indeed.
Well, yeah, nothing really stroking my ween right now.
Yeah, there's nothing jerking the ween right now.
No,
That's a shame.
Nothing's pulling on my thing.
I'm not getting a knobber right now. I'm not a big fan, so it's fine.
I'm not busting my load in a Sasquatch for any of these items.
Yeah, it's a shame.
That is a shame. That's
I need
really
a
unfortunate.
8 foot tall, hairy Sasquatch woman.
Described it as a Russian woman, right? They described the Sasquatch as a Russian woman.
Yeah, he was like just a big, hairy Russian woman.
What? And I
Like
blew
a
my load in.
hillbilly.
I blew my load in the Sasquatch.
He didn't want to though. He
He
said
didn't want to.
She made me do it.
Yeah.
That's what made me do it.
Did it again. Didn't even give him 5 minutes.
Yeah.
She came over and
least
she
give-
started going again. And I was like, oh my God, can you give me 5 minutes?
Oh God. I love dude food. Yeah. So we don't really have any expectations for what we go for next. Oh well.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
We will figure it out.
We'll tease it on our social media. How about that?
Or not.
Whatever jerks, whatever jerks your wings.
Yeah, whatever jerks all
I'm
of our
not doing
wings.
I'm making somebody. Somebody make someone do it to me
No.
right now.
You're not jerking your wings.
Damn.
No, not on the pod.
Not on the podcast.
That's the Patreon.
Yeah.
Patreon exclusive. Jerking Josh's wings.
We had a
weird-
podcast
what a-
episode kind of named that back in the day. You know, John
John sucks
Stroke-
Josh's
yeah.
dick for 40 minutes or some shit like
It
that.
was a long time. You were sucking my dick so
Talking
hard.
about how much I thought of you. I take it all back. I take it all back now. I didn't mean any of it. I was lying the entire time.
So we'll see what we end up
back.
doing. Maybe something will be announced before. Maybe we'll record this upcoming weekend.
Maybe. Yeah.
Try to get back on track.
Should be able to.
So we'll see. But hey guys, thanks for listening.
Bye.
Comment.
How's it going,
like.
dude?
How's it going, dude? Eventually
How's it going,
we'll
dude?
get back into recording the main show. But,
That's the last episode. 2023.
maybe.
I think it was.
Ah,
I'll kill myself now that you said that.
Been a long time, but thanks for listening. Hope to see you guys next time.
Okay.
And listen to this.
Give me the Ohio.
No, cut it right now.
Bye bye.